Hey guys, it's Kaya. I'm back. I just finished my first week of beauty school and it has been absolutely amazing. I think I got a little cocky in the beginning, thinking that I could, change the world of makeup right away, change everything, be able to get a great job, which is ridiculous for the first week. Which kind of brought me to a little bit of a low point already, I know, by not being able to properly perform a makeup job on somebody, which happens, and we're all human and we make mistakes, but I definitely shouldn't have been cocky. And my mother did warn me that you're being too cocky, you have to be careful. And yeah. Besides that, though, it's been going amazing. I absolutely love my instructors. I love everything that I'm being taught, even if it is kind of pretty, it's more like a practice. Like I've already known these before. I was already taught this a while ago. But besides that, it's pretty good because I kind of get a chance to lay back a bit before getting into the more insane courses. So today I'm just going to show you my haul that I get for being in this class. Our two sponsors that we use for our makeup are MAC Cosmetics and Makeup Forever. Now, I personally have not used Makeup Forever for a long time. I used it maybe when I was a child, or not a child, but somebody like inexperienced with makeup. So kind of coming back to it now, I kind of want to look at it from a more makeup artistry, more professional standpoint, and test out all the products. As for the MAC Cosmetics, I absolutely love their eyeshadows. I love everything about MAC products. The eyeshadows are my favorite, but I absolutely love the highlights. Those are the only highlighters I ever use. I'm using one of them right now that was not in our kit. I don't think I've worn anything just yet from the kit. But yeah, I hope to show you guys all the products right now. And I hope that you have some feedback, have, a look at them. I'll tell you a little bit about them from my own experience, from putting them on my model. And yeah. So recently when we got our makeup kit, unfortunately, I was very, I wanted to get straight into the makeup. So I grabbed everything, I checked off all the things I had, and my makeup teacher got a little bit frustrated with me, but I was just so excited. It's like opening a gift. So I hope to, not show him that I'm on a bad side or I'm not listening or things like that. It's just a whole obsession of mine is makeup. It's just anything to do with it. I just want to just know what's next. Anyways, so the products that I've gotten from my haul, I'll just have to grab them here and put them on the floor. So I got 2 palettes from MAC. They're both eyeshadow. One's a darker tone and one's a lighter tone. I did try the darker tone. Oh, sorry, no, the lighter tone. And I absolutely loved it. I loved every color in this. There was nothing wrong with it whatsoever. So I definitely would recommend it. It's not the most pigmented, but it definitely has some value if you work with it. The most pigmented eyeshadows that you'll ever find in MAC products is definitely the singles. Another thing that I got was a blush from MAC, which is super awesome. It's got all the blushes, you could ever think of, all the cute ones, and then we come here, and this is more for like a contour base, which is awesome. Because when I was doing makeup on one of the girls, I actually didn't recognize that there was that this one was in here. And I was kind of upset, and I was like, why don't we ever have contour in these palettes and blah, blah, blah. And then he pointed at it. He's like, you do. It's ridiculous in my mind. I think I was a bit too cocky. Now, I also did get a palette from Makeup Forever, and this one was also pretty awesome. I love any really colorful pigmented brands. I love them so much, especially in this type of in these types of colors. Pink is one of my favorite colors ever. So I did use this pink on my model, and it gave such an amazing pigment to it. If you're honestly looking for something so pigmented, this is definitely it. The best thing about this too is that it's also magnetic. I had to put all of these in individually, and you can just scoop them out like this. Oh, woo, okay, there it goes. Oh boy. You can scoop them out, and there they are, little ones right there, which is super awesome. That means, you know, if you don't think that there's a color you're ever going to use, you just scoop it out and put in a new one. And it's awesome because not usually a lot of brands carry this anymore, or they used to carry it, or they, you know, it wasn't selling right. But any type of brands that do this definitely should keep these because it's so amazing for every makeup artist. Now, moving on to my lipsticks. So all the lipsticks that were provided were from MAC Cosmetics. And it's amazing. We got so many. I was so excited to see these. So we've got some of the darker tones. This one's called 6 Select Plums palette. It's super awesome. I love it so much. Sorry, you can see the reflection. Like this. And this one I used on my model, which was super amazing. I absolutely loved this palette. It's something I would definitely use too for something really dramatic. I also got 6 Modern Browns palette, which is also super pretty. It's got a really nice shine in some of them. Some of them are pretty sheer. I used this one as well for my model. I really like this sparkly one here on this side. I think that it would definitely go well as just a topping on a lipstick. I also had gotten this colorful palette, which I love. It's called 6 Preferred Pinks. I love anything in pink. So this is definitely something that I recommend. It's got, I didn't try it out just yet, but it's got all these crazy pink colors, even a purple in there. I think it would be so good for a light sheer finish to something, or a doll-like stature to makeup, anything like that. I also got a reds one, and this one's called 6 Editorial Reds. And this is super cool. It's so like red carpet red. All these would definitely be a color that you would see on the red carpet, especially these two. And these dark ones would be so like easy to spot, definitely in celebrities, you know, or even like in darker, you know, when winter comes, it's kind of like another way to pop your lipstick up. So that's really cool. That's really cool. And it's weird because I've never worked with like actual little palettes of eyeshadow. I have different lipsticks, different palettes of lipsticks. I usually use an actual lipstick, and I cut it, and then I, you know, sanitize it and make sure that it's, and yeah. Another thing that we got, which was not, it's not a brand that we actually we're not associated with, but I know that the other makeup school by us does associate themselves with Kryolan. Now this is a German brand, I believe, and these are their blushes, and I didn't get to use them just yet. Oh, I may have not even opened it. Oh, yeah, I did. So I haven't used this just yet, but from the looks of it, they're blushes. So from the looks of it, it looks like it would be good for more mature skin, more than kind of my own skin. It would show up a lot more. This is the looks of them. So beautiful, right? I actually had used this and kind of tested it out on myself, but these are what they look like. Isn't that so beautiful? Another thing that we got in our kits was two eyebrow palettes. Now, these two are also from Makeup Forever. I personally haven't used palettes for eyebrows in a while, so it's gonna definitely be hard for me to get versatile again with these. But this is usually what it will look like. You know, you've got your color correcting, and you've got your gel part of it, and then you've got your eyebrow stuff. This one in general, I believe I used this on my model. I knew she was going to have darker hair, so I knew that I probably needed to use the darker palette. But I also have a blonde palette for it from Makeup Forever, and it's more of lighter colors. And then you've got your wax and your color correcting. Super cool. I really like this. I personally would probably try this on myself. Now, I also got some color correctors and concealers. These color correctors and concealers are also by MAC. This one is a more darker toned. I was not able to use color correction on my model, but this is definitely what you would use for a more deep-skinned model. I'm really excited to try these out. I haven't tried these before. I've tried them more on fair tones, but not for these. Also, these would probably be good for like even a very like sheer contouring, definitely. I also have the fair skinned one. This one is more kind of my oh, okay. This one's kind of my go-to for definitely color correcting, because you can also use it as highlight. Not as highlight on here, as highlight on your contour. So that's super cool. The thing is when color correcting kind of came back, it was a new thing to, I guess, millennials. The color correction isn't something that people often will use. They usually use a full coverage concealer, or foundations may have it in it. So this is kind of cool to learn these, because they're not something I'm too familiar with. Now, speaking of concealers, I did get some concealers from Makeup Forever. I got 4 different ones. I've got the R20, I have an R52, I have a Y21, and I have a Y51. So these are super cool. I actually use concealer more than I use a eyeshadow primer in order to prime the eyes for eyeshadow, because it shows up the color a lot more than when you would use a primer. So I actually used, I believe I used Y21 on my model, and that was amazing. Now, I also had gotten some bronzers and blot powder from MAC. So this is my blot powder. I got 2 of them. I believe this one's a deep dark and this is a medium. I believe these are more for another shade of bronzing. So mainly it would be kind of for bronzing, or contouring would definitely be something for this, because I got quite a few of them. But then we also have bronzers, which is kind of silly. But this is our bronzer. I actually use this one on the model, so that's why you can see all the scrapes in there. Now, I also got a Makeup Forever setting powder, which I love. I love any type of setting powder. I personally use the Huda one, but I will use any setting powder. I've never had an issue with any of them, and I haven't had an issue with this one. It actually went on very well. You just have to be careful because I completely forgot about my client's own skin, and her skin was already quite dry, so it was a little bit hard to use this product. So just remember that if you have dry skin, to use very little or none at all. Now, I'll leave the other things for another day, but I just want to go over all the beautiful foundation shades that I got from my class. Let me just grab them all. So, I got 6 in total from the class, 6 of each of them. So these ones are actually Makeup Forever. They're the HD ones. And these ones go on very matte. I think that I could definitely see me using this on myself. I have very acne prone skin, so I definitely use something like this. As for somebody who has beautiful skin, you know, something super, super sheer, I wish that I could do that, definitely. But I used a sheer one on my model from MAC. And I will show you those ones in a moment. These ones are super cool. I definitely want to try these on myself at some point because of how sheer and how beautiful these really give a glow. These really glow the skin out, and I was amazed by how dewy and how fresh that my model's skin looked after this. This is called the MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation. Now, I believe that I used, I used one of these two on my model, and I couldn't tell you how amazing it went on. If you're really looking for something super sheer, if you don't wear makeup that much, I definitely get something like this. If you were allergic to SPF and you couldn't get like a tinted moisturizer, if you just wanted something that, you know, looks kind of new and dewy on your face every morning, these ones 100%. Doesn't matter how much you put on, it will give you so much sheer and dew, and it's beautiful. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you guys later, and hopefully at some point I'll be able to actually do a makeup tutorial on here. Thank you.